good. I knew that I wouldn't. I feel good.
We've just arrived at a place that neither of us can actually say, but it's very nice. Lovely clear water. You've got swallows swooping around. We are on the old bridge, and it's like it's almost got a restaurant attached to the side of it as the old bridge, which is the restaurant's there. And then the thing to do around here is go up and down the river on these little river taxis, from what they were saying. But, we'll have to see. Can't see any fish yet, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be some in there. And we're about 5 kilometres down the road from here. We've arrived at our bed and breakfast place. Some wine appeared instantly.
Okay.
Za beach.
Okay.
Beach olje. Green.
Okay.
Canoe.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Great.
And she just brought us the bits and bats of information for where we're staying, and that's the view. Which, pretty incredible. What do you think?
Well, we've been here 5 minutes and she's given us a bottle of wine. She's just given me a menu, and that menu is expensive, what we've been paying, but all the drink is free.
Right then.
We cook for you. All the food is local and organic. You can order food according to your wish, meat, fish or vegetables, and try our delicious cake. And you can use the boat free of charge.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Right, had breakfast, and this is this morning's jolly jaunt.
Well, while I was putting my suntan lotion on, my husband fell asleep. So that's a good start, because we've got a really steep hill coming up.
Steep
Through
hill.
a forest, and I can hear lots of bees.
Well, yeah, there's beehives everywhere. So, right, off we go. We've walked down this, well, you can't really tell it's a path here. We've seen tortoises, snakes, bloody all sorts of stuff. Another snake shot off into there just as we were arriving, and then we got to where we got to get the boat, and this is the boat. The woman says we might have to take some water out of the boat when we got here, but I'm not sure we thought there'd be that much water in the boat, did we? Eh, Janice?
Peter's just pointed out where are the bloody oars.
Or even if, you know, if you had a pole to punt it along, it wouldn't be too bad, but there's not a lot here, really. So, but, it's a hell of a nice place. We've seen lots of wildlife on the way down, haven't we?
You see the snake, lizards, tortoises, bees, spiders, insects, butterflies, mayflies, dragonflies. I don't think this boat's happening.
No, I don't think so, no. Well, bailing buckets, that yellow thing over there, so you'd have to get into the boat that's more or less sunk already, and you'd sink it even more getting in, so could be a problem, that one. Janice has stood shaking her head.
We came down this path to this, what was described as a beach to us. So we'd brought us towels and a bikini and suntan lotion, and actually this is the beach. This kind of pile of rocks. It's absolutely beautiful watching dragonflies, cormorants, fish, insects, but those snakes have scared me a bit, because we've seen 3 in like a very short period of time.
We've seen the most poisonous one, haven't we?
Yeah, we saw it, poisonous one, and it scared me. We're debating now whether we're going canoeing or not, so we're a bit sort of, we're tired, how much is it going to cost, it was supposed to be free, all this, but we're running out of money. I mean cash, not money in bank, so we're going to have to think about it. But we need to climb up the bloody hill first and not get bitten by a snake. Oh yeah, we've seen tortoises. Right, so we're trying again now on the boat because the bloke's been down and taken the water out of it. But we're just saying we need to be absolutely sure how to find his way home. So we've got two big buildings on horizon over there, and obviously there's a drowned boat behind me directly in front of a tree. And I think what we're going to do, there's another tree here, but all these trees are going to start looking the same eventually. We're going to go around the bend because we know there's some trees on a rock, and that's going to be his first mission. And then depending how brave we are, we might continue. Because I keep thinking I'm in Amazon jungle because we've seen 3 snakes.
We lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world.
We've left our bed and breakfast after a hearty breakfast, and we've driven up this road. We weren't expecting to drive up this one, but we're quite glad that we did. Right, so we've got on a bit further. We're at Ostrog monastery. It's the equivalent of Lourdes, but here in Montenegro. It's quite a walk up from the car park, and we set off. We walked for about a minute, and then a nice lady that has literally just driven from Lourdes in France, and it's taken her, what is it, 2 days to get here or something like that.
No sleep.
Without sleep. And she's just arrived today. She's done over 1,400 kilometres just on this sort of section of the journey. And this is the place we've actually come to visit. So this is the actual monastery built into this great big cliff face here. I think there's some sort of festival on today, but we're not sure because the lady that was telling us was actually German. So, but there's a big queue there to get inside the actual monastery itself. So, and it's up on a massive hillside. Is this? I'll try and show you over here. So we've been about an hour and we've got about 20 metres.
Maybe less in a straight line.
We're back at the bottom. We've been all around the chapel up there. We started queuing at about 1:30. It's now 4 o'clock. But we have seen the coffin of a dead saint with him in his body, but with a thin sort of covering over him, and some other bits of the chapel up there. And there's loads of people sleeping out here. There's just blankets and people crashed out everywhere. Loads and loads of people, but apparently it's I've forgotten which saint it is. That I think it might be Saint Nicholas. It might be Saint Nicholas Day today, so that's why it's so busy. So it's been quite interesting.